You're not immune. Period. The only women who are immune from single motherhood are women like me who chose to forego motherhood. Period.
I watch you, yeah, you're happy with your baby, and I'm happy for you. It's beautiful because now you're a parent. You have to put your best foot forward for the child, whether the man isn't there. But like, do you not feel like this child needs that support of the guy? Some like my friend with a son, like your son ended up like getting in trouble at 11, 12 years old, going to jail because he don't have a dad. He don't have nobody to like structure him.
Yeah.
So me personally, I was afraid of that. I just didn't want to grow up thinking, okay, now I'm going to have a baby from my first boyfriend or a second boyfriend. I have 12 kids by now if that's the case. So I think it feared me a lot.
I'm sure some of them.
No, when I look back, none of them would stick around. I look at them now. I look at the guys who I dated, who I was in a situation with. You all have 3, 4, 5 baby mamas. Nobody's in a relationship, family oriented. Nobody's married. Mm-hmm. So it's a cycle of stuff. And I'm like, one relationship, 2, 3. I had like, in my serious relationships, these are the men that I would want to have a kid from. I want to be with the rest of my life, I thought.
Right.
And if that didn't work out, I'm your baby mama, now I'm his baby mama, now I'm his baby mama, because those relationships didn't last.
Yeah.
And I think...
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Now, go watch the rest of that video. It is a video with Trina on the Angie Martinez show. And she was talking about her fear of becoming a baby mama. I was reading some of the comments under that video, and there were people saying things like, oh, all the guys that you chose wasn't good. That sounds like you were choosing the wrong dudes. That says more about her than the guys. And I'm just like, she was clearly smart to know that those guys were not worth having a baby with. So what's the problem? And then there was another comment where someone said, oh, she said that she had miscarriages. So she's being disingenuous or whatever. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Because there's a lot of women, pretty much mostly every woman that I've ever known who have multiple children now had miscarriages, either before they had their first kid, between their kids, and even after they've had their kids. Miscarriages just means that for whatever reason, your DNA and his DNA just didn't mesh well, or something was going on, some food you ate, alcohol, stress, anything can cause a miscarriage. A miscarriage is just nature's way of saying that, this fetus isn't viable or whatever. People have had many miscarriages and have gone on to have kids. My mom told us that she had 2 miscarriages and 2 abortions before she had my oldest brother, and then me, and it's 6 of us. So, they were in the comment sections trying to make it seem like if a woman is having miscarriages, it means that she can't have kids. I think that is true in some cases, depending on what a woman's circumstances are. But it sounds like to me that Trina was just being smart. Everything that she said about all the girls having babies in high school and all that stuff in the rest of that video, you would have to watch the rest of it. I was just like, right. That was my same thing. I always feared becoming a baby mama or becoming a single mother. Now, she even said this as well in the video. This is not to rag on anybody who's a single mother or a baby mama. That's not what it is. We just know that it's not the best set of circumstances, right? This is another reason why I'm child free. She was also saying in the video that she wanted to have a family and get married and have some structure in her life before she bring kids into this world. And people were in the comment sections like having a problem with that. And I'm like, this has to be a sense of envy for people to do that, because it's like you want other people to be as miserable as you are. She's saying that the mistakes that a lot of y'all made, she didn't make those mistakes. And so why is she getting backlash for not making those mistakes? The same mistakes that a lot of parents regret. You get mad at people for catching on to that before they fell into your footsteps, and you have a problem with that. It just sounds like jealousy to me, right? But this is just yet another reason why I tell people, why I'm child free. My biggest fear in life, y'all, used to be becoming a single mother. It was. Because I watched my mother be a single mother, and I watched, like I said before in a previous video, pretty much every woman that I've ever met is a single mother or was at some point in time. The vast majority of them still are. So, and I saw how hard it was emotionally on them, spiritually, financially. And I just said, that's just not the life for me. I don't want that. And I realized in my mid to late teens that I didn't have to have that fear anymore. No, when I got to my 20s, I realized that I didn't have to have the fear of being a baby mama anymore, because all I got to do is just like make sure I don't have kids, right? The only way you're going to guarantee that you don't ever in life end up becoming a single mother or a baby mama or whatever is if you don't have children. That's the only way. Because you can say, I'm not going to have my kids out of wedlock. I'm going to get married first. The vast majority of y'all are going to get divorced either now or later down the road. So that's not going to stop you either. And we already know that 9 times out of 10, the primary caregiver of children will be the mother. You could have the best man in the world and he could die in a car accident, die from prostate cancer, and you're still going to be a single mother. It doesn't really matter how you become a single mother. It's just that it doesn't matter if you had a kid in wedlock or out of wedlock. It doesn't matter if you have a baby daddy or the best man on the planet and he dies suddenly from some kind of construction accident. I mean, you just don't know. The only way you can guarantee not becoming a single mother is to not have children. And if you want kids, there's got to be some part of you in the back of your mind that would have to be okay with the very high probability that you're going to be doing it by yourself, either early on in the relationship after the kid is born, which is true for most women, or it's going to be years after, or maybe even a decade or so into, but somewhere where the kids are still young, usually. People grow apart, people break up, men get bored, I even hear men complaining about how the woman had to like make sure her baby stayed alive and not give him all the attention that he wanted because she had to make sure the baby was alive, and he would complain and be like, oh, that's why I cheated, because she wasn't showing me any attention. You know, just stupid shit like that. Like, I would never in a million years take the risk of becoming a single mother by having a baby by any of these dusty ass men. Like, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're a good man. You could still die in a boating accident. You could be a good man. I could do the very best and pick the best man ever, and bad things still happen to women all the time. A lot of women have kids by men and they go off to Afghanistan and in the army and they fucking lose their lives that way. You know what I mean? They never fucking come home. You just never know what's going to happen. The only way you can foolproof your life and your way of not becoming a single mother is to not have kids. You can get married all you want. You can get married 100 times, and it's not going to prevent you from being a single mother. You're not immune, period. The only women who are immune from single motherhood are women like me who chose to forego motherhood, period. Now, if you really truly want kids, then you just have to deal with the possibility of that. You have to deal with the possibility of bad things happening to your kid. You have to deal with the possibility of school shootings. I'm just saying, there has to be a part of you in the back of your mind somewhere that is okay with the idea that bad things could happen. And I hate to say it that way, and I hate to sound cynical, but a lot of people really, in my opinion, they really don't take the time to stop and think about the type of world that they're bringing their kids into. But that's a whole nother topic, right? I can get really spiritually deep into the spiritual aspects of why I don't want to have children, right? Whole nother topic. If y'all want me to talk about that, y'all can leave your comments below, but that's a whole nother video, and that will be a very long video. But I just wanted to share that video with Trina and Angie Martinez and just kind of piggyback off of what she was saying, and what her fears were exactly my fears, especially in high school, especially in my early 20s. I'm like, ain't no fucking way, right? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think as far as your aspect of the only way that you can guarantee not becoming a single mother. If you think there's another way, leave your comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.